Good morning, everybody. This is Gagan Sarkaria, your high achievement business coach, with my team here for another insightful session for our Friday live stream called Inspired Insights with Gagan Sarkaria. I have Armen here from Armenia. Good morning, Armen. How are you?
Good morning. I'm good. How are you, Gagan?
Good, thank you. And William from Singapore. How are you, William?
Hi, good morning. Good morning, Gagan, and good morning, Armen.
Thank you for being here today for another session. And we are going to dive right in as to what we are talking about. Today, our presenter is going to be Armen from Armenia. He is our karmic numerology specialist, I would say, and a famous one for sure. He is actually rocking and rolling in his country. But we are a group that comes from an international standpoint. We are a part of Gagan Sarkaria International Consulting Group, and we are passionate about assisting determined entrepreneurs achieve remarkable success. Whether that success is in your career, in your relationships, in your business, in your education, no matter, or health, so we are here to help you uncover your problems and find solutions and create remarkable success. We have a YouTube channel, and I invite everybody to please like, subscribe our channel, and be a part of our community, because we come with amazing background and knowledge, insights around Chinese metaphysics and astrology perspective that can unveil and unlock your success. Armen Setaghyan is my speaker today. He is a consultant, a certified Chinese metaphysics practitioner from Armenia. He's a part of my Gagan Sarkaria International Consulting Group, an amazing counsel, a great mentor and advisor. Armen's experience spans diverse industries, bringing strategic insight and intuitive guidance to clients. He's managed multinational projects in his country. He's got an MBA, he's got project management certifications, and he's passionate about solving problems using Chinese metaphysics. He's dedicated to individuals towards success through ancient arts, especially Bazi and numerology, and he can give you insights that nobody else can and create talismans that will rock your world overnight. I mean, he does amazing work. To understand his credentials will take a lot of time for me to just introduce him. So I'm going to tell you, you need a consultation with him. And if you haven't had him, watch what he's going to share today about the lineage programs that come out of his karmic numerology understanding, the connection to your ancestors, the connection to your lineage, and how can you unfold that component and create your prosperity code. That's what Armen is here to share today. So Armen, welcome to today's session. Thank you for your amazing information today. I'm excited, and I'm pretty sure the audience is excited as well. Thank you so much. Take it over.
Thank you, Gagan, for presenting me. Hi, guys. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. Today, I have prepared a very interesting topic, and it relates to lineage programs and also the connection to the lineage. I think you will find a lot of useful information during this live stream, and let's dive in. So, first of all, let's find out what is lineage. So, generally, lineages are sequences of biological entities connected by ancestry descent relationships. For instance, it is a sequence containing myself, my father, and my grandfather is a lineage because it is a single direct line of descent among organisms. In numerology, we consider not only the lineage from father's line, but also the lineage from the mother's line as well. The soul reincarnation. I would like to talk a little bit about the reincarnation, soul reincarnation, and I will present you a little bit deeper information. What is it in reality? But first, let's find out what is reincarnation. In general, reincarnation is a belief that the same soul can incarnate into different physical bodies to experience multiple lives on the physical plane over a course of time. The purpose of these lives is to learn the lessons enforced by one's actions through the law of karma, until such time that the soul has reached the stage of enlightenment. It's the highest stage, such that it has no karmic debts and is at peace and oneness in harmony with the universe. To put it another way, reincarnation is the belief that the soul survives the death of the physical body and returns to life as a new body again and again over time for the purpose of its own development. This belief has been associated widely and primarily with Eastern religions such as Hinduism and Buddhism, and its adherents make up roughly 2/3 of the world's population. The truth is that a surprising number of distinguished thinkers of any era have considered the problem of reincarnation. However, such testimony and evidence as exists hardly establishes reincarnation as a fact. Reincarnation is a belief, and often a religious belief, that is not merely one of a philosophy of life and existence, but one that is tied to one's concept of the creator and creation. For that reason, one must look distinctly and as impartially as possible at the writings and logic supporting reincarnation, as well as to include the objections to the reincarnation theory by such thinkers as Aristotle, Freud, and Julian Huxley. The word reincarnation comes from the word carnal, which means flesh. The actual Latin word origin translates as meat or flesh. So incarnate literally means encased in flesh or encased in meat. Reincarnation means that a person, being or soul, is encased in a new material body, a flesh and body after one's previous material body has died. Reincarnation is also called the transmigration of self from an old body to a new body. As well as we shall see, transmigration may include the body of an animal or insect. However, in most cases, the word reincarnation is used to refer only to human incarnations. Though reincarnation is usually referred to as a philosophy, the belief in the law of karma is inevitably acknowledged as the force behind reincarnation. In order to free oneself from the karmic cycle, it is necessary to reach a state of purification from the baser aggressive tendencies and achieve a love for all things. The path to doing this invariably involves a belief in a higher supreme being. So in turn, reincarnation is often tied very closely to religious beliefs. I will mention more about karma and law of karma further on, but here let me build the basic blocks for discussion of reincarnation, guys. The concept of soul is essential to understanding reincarnation. It's an important thing. Though most people have at least a vague idea of the concept, it seems that even those who label themselves as religious have an unclear understanding about the soul itself. However, it is conceivable that our entire civilization is built upon a misinterpretation of man, or that the tragedy of man is due to the fact that he is a being who has forgotten the question, who is man in reality? The failure to identify himself, to know what is authentic human existence, leads him to assume a false identity, to pretend to be what he is unable to be, or to not accept what is at the very root of his being. Ignorance about man is not lack of knowledge, but false knowledge. In order for there to be a belief in reincarnation, one must also have a belief in soul, for it is the soul that incarnates. if man is a soul, it is not unreasonable to suppose that he survives death. Is this not the basis for every religious belief in the afterlife? Even the most hardened of cynics and atheists must struggle with the thought that our consciousness streams that it cannot possibly be a mere chemical reaction of body and matter. Wherefore, explain thoughts, hope or desires, imagination or interacts, if that be the case. There are two ways to prove a thing. One is to show how it follows logically from other things that are true. The other is just to simply produce the thing for examination, so that all may point and say, that's it. That's it. There it is. So either is almost impossible in the question of soul. The belief in soul is essential to a belief in afterlife. And thus a reincarnation, we must begin by assuming that we are soul and that soul really exists. So now let's talk about the soul reincarnations and the energetic contract. So before each reincarnation, the soul chooses such a lineage, such a family, parents, where it will be able to pass its programs that it failed to pass during the previous incarnations. Upon this contract or agreement, the soul also must take the responsibility to take on some of the programs that are, let's say, urgent for that certain lineage. This contract cannot be broken. It is impossible to get rid of the lineage programs because you and your soul are holding on to the lineage programs together. There is a strong connection. If the soul doesn't want to take those programs from lineage, in that case, the soul will not incarnate in that family. These programs from lineage called karmic programs. So what are karmic programs or karmic tasks? Karmic tasks is a certain program that a person must pass to open his or her maximum potential in life. I will explain here a little bit deeper for you guys to understand. So when a woman got pregnant, she had a certain relationship with her husband. There was a life formed at that moment already. Her husband also had a certain life, mistakes, programs, etc. When the soul chooses parents, it always looks at the moment of conception. Do the mistakes of the father and the mistakes of the mother that they have already made suit it? Does it fit with its personal programs? If yes, then the soul makes an agreement, sign a contract, like an energetic contract, commitment, and takes commitment to work off everything that the parents have already managed to do. The most important thing you must understand is that the soul cannot come to the earth, this world, without accepting the lineage programs, without concluding an agreement with the lineage. It simply will not be allowed to move in without passing the ancestral programs. You will not be able to get your full potential in the current life. Keep in mind that all these mistakes are mistakes of the family at the moment of conception of the child. It happens that parents, while the child was not yet born, wanted to get, for example, divorce, separate. They had quarrels in the relationship, and those problems in the child matrix will be visible for sure. However, if after some time the parents worked through their relationship and decide to stay together, they decided not to divorce, they decided to stay together, the working through becomes irrelevant for them. Okay, the programs are irrelevant, but their child will still have to work through it because it was reflected in his matrix. Once again, karmic task is a certain program that a person must pass to open his or her maximum potential in life, meaning that each one of us first of all, needs to know his karmic tasks from lineage. This is important, guys. Karmic body. Okay, what is karmic body? This is the part of the soul that contains information about the soul's spiritual experiences in past and future incarnations. Now let's talk about karma. Actually, I will go a little bit deep in this part because karma. I can talk about karma for many hours, but I will shorten it. Just give you a brief description. So, what is karma? Karma defines cause and effect relationships and affects professional success of a person. Karma is a complex concept arising from dharmic traditions, including Hinduism, Buddhism, and Sikhism. In Sanskrit, karma simply means action, taken within religious frames. It refers to the cause and effect between people's actions and consequences, usually in cycles of death and rebirth. In dharmic traditions, whether in one lifetime or many, karma is fundamentally about cause and effect. It is not a form of punishment. Remember this. This is not about punishment, but rather the idea that our actions, our concrete, moral, and ethical decisions make a big difference in our life. Okay, law of the karma. This is the law of the karma. Performed action and its result, specifically the law of repaying of debts and rewards. What is lineage karmic program? It is what you have to do to clear your lineage programs, to clear your lineage karma. So, as
Armen, I have a question here, if you don't mind, because this is a very fascinating topic for a lot of our audiences, because I believe today things were different 10 years ago, that you couldn't talk much about metaphysics. But the word karma is very commonly and easily understandable terminology. The cause and effect comes easy to people. Like the understanding of cause and effect comes easy. But the reincarnation component could touch certain boundaries, like the religious understanding and belief systems. So I just want to make sure that this is nothing to do with religion.
Religion, yes.
It has nothing to do with disrespecting anybody's personal belief systems. We are here to share a very unique concept. Just listen what Armen is sharing and then take what is resonating with you at a soul level in this moment and use the solutions and the tips he's going to share. Because if he's going to share 10 new things today, only 3 might resonate, right? And for some people who are more aware and awakened, 10 out of 10 might hit a nerve and say, oh my gosh, this makes sense. This is what it is. I want to do that. So I want to be mindful of different audiences because this is not a religion. This is not anything to do with your personal belief systems being wrong or right. We are sharing a very unique perspective as to how can you create your own abundance, your own prosperity, and unlock your full potential using Karmic Numerology concept of tapping into your ancestors and what you decided at a soul level that is visible to Armen, as a Karmic Numerology expert, that he's sharing his wisdom with everybody today. So take this with an open heart and an open mind, because sometimes people will debate, oh, I don't believe in reincarnation. We are not here to argue with that belief system. We are here to share Karmic Numerology. How can it unlock your prosperity code? By tapping into your own lineage. So if you want to just tap into one person or 10 lineages, that's up to you, right, Armen?
Of course. Later on, I will explain why it is important to be connected and pass pass the programs that you have already taken responsibility to pass from your lineage. It's important.
Great.
Later I will explain why.
Good.
So, yes, thank you, Gagan. And let's talk about what is lineage karmic programs, right? These are the programs that we have to do, we need to pass to clear our lineage karma. But how to identify personal lineage programs and how to know the options for their correct implementation? This is one of those questions that each of us should know. To make it simple, guys, I have separated the lineage programs that are related to the person's birth month. In other words, depending on the month in which you were born, you have certain lineage karmic programs that are priority for you to pass. By the way, karmic programs related to your lineage are activated when a person turns 25 years old. But it doesn't mean that that a person cannot work on those programs until then. On the contrary, if the person is familiar with those programs, he can start working on sooner and get rid of that depth before he reached 25 years old. So, as I already said, we can watch our karmic programs in terms of our date, our month of birth. So, the people who born in January, they need to develop their potential. They need to shed light through speech, transfer knowledge and experience, be an inspiration to those around you. Meaning, guys, you need to person who is ready always to help others, people who are surrounding you, especially your brothers, your sisters, because your brothers and sisters are connected with you directly, and you have a karmic connection with your brothers and sisters. If you don't have you don't have brothers and sisters, you need to help your cousins. Your cousins, because in that way you're gonna pass your karmic task, your karmic program as well. People who were born in February, for you guys, it's important to serve people, take care for, and enlighten souls. It's important, by the way, you, from the very beginning of your birth, you have hidden talents. You are a great psychologist. You have the talent to identify what people are feeling, how they feel, what they want to do. There are certain hidden talents inside of you. If you uncover those talents, you will be the person who can help everybody around you. So take note these and start working on these hidden talents. You will, when you uncover, you will find out that you have that ability to give advice people who are surrounding you. People who were born in March, it is important to initiate and implement big and significant projects. Don't focus on small projects. You need to be focused on big and significant projects. If you think big, if your vision is big, you will get your potential very soon, very quickly. If you focus on small things, small projects, you won't succeed. Okay, so keep in mind this and work on it. People who were born in April, guys, get an education and a career or profession. To get an education, even basic bachelor degree is important for you. So assume responsibility for ensuring stability in the structure of society and in the lives of people around you. This is important, so take note and try to do this, because this is the way to pass the karmic lineage programs that you have already took responsibility. People who were born in May, okay, become a leader, mentor for many people. Actually, people who were born in May, in their previous incarnations, they were managers, they were leaders, they were the people who were leading a lot of people, managing people, they were giving them direction. giving solutions. So help with this wise advice, provide assistance in various areas of life. Education is also important. People who were born in June create and maintain a family. Actually, this is the first and the important karmic lineage task that the person needs to pass. He needs to create and maintain a family. Respect for family and awareness and preservation of family values. The other thing for people who were born in June is important to keep traditions or create new traditions in family and transfer those traditions to generations. What about July? People who were born in July, it's important to move the family to another geographic location. This is the most important thing in your life that you should do. You can do this before 25 years old, or you can do this after 25 years old. As I said, if you are familiar with your karmic lineage programs, you can start working on them before you turn 25 years. Or if you have already turned 25 years old, you need to work on it. You need to be focused on it. Okay? So this is important. People who were born in August, okay, don't judge or be biased. To be an independent, fair, and reasonable person. So in this case, it means that whenever there is an argument in your within the members of your family, within your family members, you need to be you don't need to judge one party, and you need to keep the bias, not be biased. This is important. So you have a big responsibility on you to be that white dove, who will fly and will spread awareness, and you will be the person who will say, nobody is right, nobody is wrong. Both of you are right, so keep going together. And this is how you can implement your karmic program. People who were born in September, it's important to acquire a profession through which you will be able to help people. The professions related are medicine, medical sphere, also science, also research. But in general, it's important for you guys to do the job, to do something that will create better life conditions for people around you. What about October? People who were born in October, it's important, most important thing, to get an education, especially in finance. Because 10 in numerology, basically 10 in numerology is a luck number, and also is a luck number in money. So in order to pass your program, first of all, you need to study finance to manage your finance, manage your lineage of finance as well. Because sometimes you can get some treasury from your lineage, from your fathers, from your grandfathers. You need to keep those lineage. You need to keep those treasury. Also, it can be a real estate, buildings, etc., or something else. So you need to keep that and transfer to your to generation. What about people who were born in November? These people, you need to discover your potential, perform at high social levels, become a respected person in the environment. It's important, guys, because in this way you will have the opportunity to upgrade, to level up your lineage, because this is the most important task that you have taken during the energetic contract that you have signed. And what about the people who were born in December? It's important to get an education, especially this education could be in medical sphere or in psychology. You need to help people in difficult situations, particularly with personal development and spiritual growth. It's important to not get study in the university, but also you need to get some spiritual growth, working on your behavior, also trying to find out your inner talents, etc. This is also important, because people who were born in December, there's somehow they naturally have talents in psychology. They can understand people, what they feel, and this is important. Education is more important, especially in medical sphere, and also in it could be in psychology, it could be in metaphysics, Chinese metaphysics, or in numerology. So these kind of things you can take into your consideration. And I would talk about a little bit about the energies, the energy of a person and the energy of lineage. So, as you know, we have energy from our birth. We have some package of energy which is personal, and it is limited. It is limited because we can't do whatever we want to do. We need to manage our energy in order to get our potential. But what if we can use the energy of our lineage? Because the energy of our lineage, of any lineage is unlimited. So in order to be connected to the energy of our lineage, first of all, we need to pass the karmic lineage programs. When we pass the karmic lineage programs, we will directly connect it to our lineage energy, and that way we will have a lot of energy, a lot of support from our lineages, and in that way we can get our full potential. This is the way to succeed in life, guys. So as you already saw, there is a crucial part to take into consideration, that if we don't know the program, first of all, let's say if we don't know the karmic lineage programs, and we subconsciously were not doing anything to pass that program, we can't succeed in life. Okay, in any cases, we can succeed somehow. We will spend a lot of energy, and somehow we can get to a certain point, to a certain level. But after that, if we want to go higher and higher, we need to be connected to the energy of our lineage. And how we can connect it? First of all, we need to pass the lineage program. That's how we can connect to our lineage programs. And by the way, if you are doing certain actions, certain things that will help you to pass the program, karmic lineage program, the lineage somehow, the energy of lineage will start to help you. Even if you start doing small steps, like starting doing the first steps, passing the program, the energy somehow will link to you and will support you to pass that program, because each lineage wants their let's say generations to pass the program, because in that way you're going to clean your karma, the bad karma of your lineage.
Armen,
Yes.
just check with you. So how do we know whether we have achieved the goal of doing the program? How do we know, in a sense? A feeling or somehow a sign?
Mm-hmm. Sign. Well, the signs, I think it's somehow it comes from intuition. The sign is, for instance, if the person was born in July, so the karmic lineage program is to move the family to another geographic location. Okay, so in this way, it means that in that geographic location, this lineage has nothing to do anymore. There is no growth for this lineage in that geographic location. When a person moves his family to another location, in this way, he's going to pass the program and will get the opportunity for further growth. Okay, this is
So
one.
for this case, moving to another geographical location, uh, is there a distance that you're going to cater for? How far is it?
There is no certain, direction or the distance. 1 kilometer, 100 kilometers. It doesn't. There's no direct, description about this. But somehow, the circumstances, according to circumstances that happening during life, during the lifetime of this person, somehow, there will be opportunities for him, but he needs to know about this and make the right decisions. Because, William, we all know that upon our decisions, we make our future upon our decisions. If this person knows that he needs to do this, he needs to pass this program, he has this program, and he needs to pass this, when the opportunity comes, he will make the right decision. He will go for it. Okay, maybe somehow someone will propose a job, for instance, abroad, in different country, with good conditions. And that person, if he decides to move, then in that way he will implement his karmic program, and later on he will succeed. Definitely he will succeed, because after passing the program, as I said, you will directly be connected with the energy of your lineage. And when you're connected with your lineage energy, that's another thing. The opportunities are coming. You have a lot of energy to implement big projects. You have energy to move on.
Yeah.
There's
Yes.
to say that when you pass the program, you have this feeling of that there are a lot of opportunities coming towards you, and then you are gaining more wealth in the sense. You have
Yes,
this
and
feeling.
yes, I'm always bringing this example. This is a karmic death, like a mortgage. You take a mortgage, and you need to pay that mortgage whenever you are, wherever you are. And after you paid off the whole amount of mortgage, you feel like you can breathe in a different way. You can breathe free. You are free, and you can do whatever you can do your tasks. You can implement your projects, you can create new projects for your own, and you can do whatever you want to do. This is something that, likes, it stands on your throat all the time. It's like here. It's like here. You need to you need to give that depth. You need to pass that program in order to succeed.
Okay, that is great. I'm back. My internet got stuck. So I was trying to get back in, and so thank God I'm back here. I've got a story to share about July. I've got immediate family members who are actually born in July. One of them moved out, like, of course, born and brought up in India. They moved to Canada. Uh, I don't know, maybe 15 years ago. And I have seen their trajectory of success, like every 2, 3 years, it's like 300% more and more and more. And really well connected to a new environment. And it's like the opportunities just keep coming and keep coming. And the more opportunities come when they're in alignment to their, and they're able to maintain their connection with their ancestors, their elders in the family who are alive, or they are following the traditions, they have opened up more and more prosperity in their life. And now I have another family member who has just recently moved from India to another country with the whole family. And I wish and hope and pray that they are more successful than they were in back in India. So both of them are born in July. We have a viewer right here, Armen, and I'm displaying their question to go over April month activities and answer them, like what is it that they can do at this stage of their season in life. Now I have another story to tell you about April. I've got family, and I've got immediate family born in April, and then some clients who are born in April. And I will tell you, the one who are struggling are the ones who didn't complete their education. they enrolled into college numerous times, but then didn't have the focus because, it's very easy to get distracted, to give in to your desires and vices. We all have them and not finish. But then they were able to get into a career and profession that was like amazingly in alignment with their astrology chart. And then they deviated from it and then quit. They lost, I'll tell you, they lost about $250,000 of income in a year and a half, if not more.
Yeah.
And went crashing down in relationships, in health, mental health, So that's my personal testimonial that this is what people born in April need to do. And then I have a client who is like, I don't know, I can't even count the number of degrees he has behind his name. Like from a college education perspective, and is a well reputed like doctor in the field and is doing amazing. He's set to be a multi-billionaire because he's tapping into the astrology and the karmic paths that he's supposed to be doing. So
yes,
yeah.
actually, Gagan, people who were born in April these are the people who need to create workplaces, like workplace, and also they need to create opportunities for employees. So, and also these people need to have a good relationship with their father, because they have a karmic relationships, direct connection with their father. If the relationship is not good, so they will struggle in finance. For sure. If the relationship is okay, so they will succeed in finance. But anyway, these people, they need to get education. They need to do career. It doesn't matter whether it's in a company or they have their own business, but it's important for them to create workplace, to create opportunities for employee. This is important.
So just to answer Mohina and give her a little bit more direction and clarity.
Yes.
Definitely, if you do not have a college degree, like a formal education, even if it doesn't mean like a 4-year, sometimes it's like hard to go back because at this season of life you have responsibilities, you've got bills to pay. Maybe that's not an option. Try to find a career path, like a vocation, that you can go to a trade school or an online school and then kind of do that. If you have a formal grad, okay. So she goes, I have a formal degree. That's great. That's awesome. Congratulations for that. So then it all depends upon other aspects of your astrology and numerology charts. I definitely would recommend do a consultation so that we can tap into your personalized questions. But again, if you, I don't know if you can share, are you an employee, like you have a job or a career, or you are an entrepreneur or a business owner? So it all depends what you're doing right now. If you and what your chart would recommend us sharing, that, okay, in this particular season of your life, if you want to transition, how should you transition and what steps you need to take, rather than just going all in and say, sometimes you don't have an option. Like 13 years ago when I got laid off, Mahina, from a very good paying job that I absolutely loved, I got laid off and then couldn't find another job to transition into just because the economy was different and weird at that time. So I decided to jump all in and be an entrepreneur. Was it easy? No. Did I have the skill sets? Yes. But I closed all those doors behind me, and I did try to kind of keep my toe, like, okay, maybe I can go get a job. Maybe I can go get a job. But it wasn't working out for me at that season of my life. So I closed all those doors and said, okay, this is it. I'm going to build my own brand. I'm going to build my own life. I'm going to build my own business so that nobody can, give me the pink slip to say, that, oh, we don't need you right now because we are restructuring, right? So let's see. Okay, I'm a teacher and a health coach. Okay, so teacher and a health coach, you are in the right field for sure. And, you have an education, good. You are doing your karmic tasks, and you are a health coach. You are trying to share things like, so I think from a business development side of things, this would be a good consultation for you. And I'm going to share my deck. If you can go, okay, so we've got more people chiming in at this time, but I'm going to move forward and share my deck right here. This is our consultation page. If you want to book a consultation with Armen, Armen is excellent with karmic numerology, with your karmic tasks, creating your money code talismans, health talismans, and also he does amazing Bazi consultations. That would be something for everybody to look into if that is something you are interested in. We've got I do Zibedao consultations. I also do Chiman. William does Bazi, Chiman, and Feng Shui. So layering all of this will be amazing for you to consider. And if you have more questions, come join us in our Telegram group. We can probably guide you there too. Armen, if you would move the slide to the next one, because my deck is not shared
Yes.
right now.
Mhm.
So this is a masterclass that we did in September, which is how do you set yourself up for success for period 9. If you are interested in that online course, here's a QR code for you to scan and check it out. It's an amazing price, and it will give you enough information about how to set up your business. What should you look at on your Bazi chart? What should you do from feng shui perspective? How would you look at your numerology calculations to set yourself up for success for the next 20 years? It's a great beginner's course for anybody who's interested in checking that out. So the next slide is where we invite you to be ready for our 2025 Achievers Guide, which is coming soon next month. We are all going to be together, the whole group is going to be together in Singapore and Malaysia next month. So I have a goal to launch this before I fly out. So keep an eye on it and come hang out with us. The next slide will show you the QR code of like, what can you do? How can you find us on Telegram? We run a channel called Abundance Manifestation Channel. Please come hang out with us, ask your questions there. We'll be more than happy to clarify. William and Armen do a fantastic job every day posting information there to guide you for manifestation and how can you tap into your own abundance and create success on a daily basis. And with that, I am going to move to the next slide and say, okay, it's time for us to say goodbye, because we are going to be talking about our next topics, and it's going to be probably around feng shui topics that we are going to come up with. And if you, may I know you are from which country? Well, I'm from Texas. I'm in the United States. William is in Singapore, and Armen is in Armenia. So we are an international consulting group, and we are all certified Chinese metaphysics practitioners. We have enough experience, like I would say about 13 years of experience, helping people unlock their potential and create remarkable success in their career, in their business, in their relationships, health, and life. So I am an employee turned business owner turned investor, and I run the whole group. And these are my partners in crime here. We all have clients all over the globe, and we serve different population. So come join our tribe, Mohina. We would love to have you there. And with further ado, have a great, fantastic weekend. Thank you all for chiming in and for an amazing conversation today. Armen, as always, great job. Thank you so much for your insights and conversations today. William, great questions. I love it. And thank you so much for being here. Have a fantastic weekend. Until next time, this is Gagan Sarkaria saying goodbye. Bye-bye, everyone. Thank you.
Bye, everyone.